The changes that I felt from Unleash Her Power Within and Unleash Your Power Within were just a feeling of strength, a feeling of being in control of my own experience. Like, it put me back in the driver's seat of my life. Most of us have lots of twists and turns in our lives. Mine started with a series of very difficult, toxic relationships when I was fairly young. I ended up being a single mom. I think it just eroded my sense of myself, having all of these repeat situations with people that you just couldn't trust. And then the pattern kind of continued for me. I met a guy that was 10 years older than me. He was subtly isolating me from friends and peers during this relationship. He was somewhat controlling. There were also lies happening. He was into doing things that I wasn't, and so he would lie. And I told him that I never wanted to see him again, and I meant it. I really didn't want to feel like that anymore, and I felt that I deserved better, and it was such an empowering moment to look back on. So I was about 3 months along when he left, and then the process became about me building myself up to become the mother that I wanted to be. When Derek came into my life, I think we all kind of have bought into this societal thing of Prince Charming's gonna come and save us. But at the same time, I still didn't feel like I deserved it. It was really, really hard for me to accept the love and accept the goodness because I had had so much of the other. So I struggled with that for quite a while. So Derek was working in the family car business.
We've got box trucks, chassis cabs, dump trucks, all your medium-duty rigs.
And he would come home and he would go through these 3-month periods of being really down and kind of grumpy. And so finally one night we were laying in bed and I said to him, Derek, if there was anything that you could do, what would you do? And he said, I'd be a race car driver. And I'm like, what? Meet Derek DeBoer, and I'm Brooke DeBoer. This is The Fast Life. Derek races, and I film. The work with Fast Life was incredibly challenging for me because it was just me. And I think at the time I didn't trust, nor did I know really how to develop a team properly. So I shot all the footage. I had been filming all through the years. So I completely wore myself out. I mean, I'd be up till 3 and 4 in the morning, pushing to finish an edit on an episode. So I overworked. I just completely wore myself out. And after the second series went up, I had a complete health crisis. Almost immediately, I couldn't get up off the floor. I didn't know at the time what the problem was. At the end of the day, he ran all the tests and he said it was stress-induced. So I had a reality check that I wasn't treating myself the way that I should and caring for myself the way that I should have.
UHPW was a lifeline for me. I really felt lost.
I started hearing about Unleash Her Power Within online. And I thought, well, this is pretty cool. This is for women. And I signed up for Unleash Her Power Within. And it was incredible and life-changing. Limiting beliefs and empowering beliefs. You can control how you show up in the world. And this was such an empowering concept for me. I also learned about reframing things, looking at life as happening for you, not to you, and understanding that triangle of managing your thoughts and the way that you hold your body and the things that you tell yourself. And I think after getting all of these tools, I understand myself so fully and completely. So through the years, we've also done some charitable work here in Southern Oregon, and one of the organizations we've been connected to is called Hearts and Vines, and they raise money for a local shelter that supports women coming out of domestic abuse. Not only had I gone through that and I resonated with that, but I also realized how big of a problem it actually was and how powerful it could be if I could heal and share my story so that other women didn't feel like they were alone and they felt like there was a path out of that and a path forward towards the life they wanted to live. So my book is basically a manual for how to overcome the trauma of abuse and bullying and how to work towards living the life of your dreams. It was always a dream of mine to go to Africa, which is one of the things that went on my vision plan and my RPM planner. 2 years ago, we took the whole family to Africa on safari, and we ended up at a lodge that a friend shared with us, and it's owned by an American family, and they also own a nonprofit called Explore with Purpose. And they just captured our hearts. So we came home talking about it, and we called the organization because we became educated about what they were doing there. And they invited us to be part of a clean water project. So Derek and I chose to take the lead and spearhead the fundraising mission for the water project. So I think after Unleash Your Power Within and Unleash Your Power Within, these events just helped me feel a sense of personal strength and put me back in the driver's seat of my life so that I knew that I was in charge of how I wanted to feel. I was in charge of what I was going to produce in my life. It wasn't about what everybody else was doing or saying. It was about me and what I knew about me. And I learned to love me. And it has totally transformed my life.